Greetings, everyone. This is Audra Johnson, CEO of The Enterprising Woman, where we are about all things entrepreneur. I'm also your go-to and your strategist for small business startups, all things cleaning, health and wellness, and finances. Today's broadcast is on the subject of business credit. And this broadcast really talks about the truth that business credit does not erase bad or poor or less than perfect personal credit. You know, it's a sensitive issue with a lot of people that I encounter, that I coach and I counsel, but it's just the truth. Now, I am not against anyone that has less than perfect credit reaching out to attain business credit. We know since our new normal began almost 2 years ago, there's been an entrepreneurial boom. So the need for business credit has increased. You know, business credit is what helps us as business owners create a flow and keep our businesses running. Cash flow, right? But, you know, I want to talk to you about the importance of just knowing that when you attain when you attain business credit, it is very important that you have the right mindset. You know, again, everyone that may have less than perfect credit, you know, it's for different reasons. Listen, I know what it's like. I've had less than perfect credit before. My credit is real good. You know, now it's been really good for years. But in my younger years, you know, I used to do, you know, some reckless spending, reckless shopping. You know, it's easy to pull out that card and swipe and keep your cash. So this is why I'm coming on here. I hope that this teaching helps the people to understand. Yet and still, it's all about, you know, the why in everything you do. So if your credit is less than perfect, dig deep down on the inside and be honest with yourself and ask yourself why. We see married couples, you know, they're able to make ends meet and all of a sudden something hits them. And then because of what happened, someone got laid off, someone lost a job. You know, so many things can happen in a family. And then all of a sudden their credit takes a hit. Sickness, illness, major illness is another one that can hit and hurt a family's credit. You know, and then there are those that are self-supporting adults, and all of a sudden, you know, the rug got pulled out from under them, whether it's from a layoff, you know, or something like that. You know, that's one of the reasons why even when we do have credit, we should always remember to stay within our rationale. That we should always know that you may have a credit card with X amount credit limit, but never max your card out to that amount. You know, they look at our amortization and, you know, how much we use. Our utilization rates, you know, they actually are looked at for future credit increases in your credit line, all sorts of things. So, you know, it's just important to know that. And then let's talk about the third class. The third class are just those that know that they're going to file a Chapter 7 bankruptcy or something like that. And they just go for it. They just go for broke. They just go ahead and just buy everything they want. Now, I'm going to tell you, maybe 25 years ago, people would get away with that, especially if they knew they were going to file. They know they're going to file, so they say they're going to go shopping and max out every card because they're going to file a bankruptcy anyway. But, you know, courts and systems, they got hip to that. So I don't know how many years ago it's been, but I know it's been well over 10 or 15 years. You know, people that do that and spend with those intentions, a lot of times the judge will disallow those types of charges. You know, judges know also, because when a person goes before a judge, you know, to, you know, file these bankruptcies and to get these things discharged or what have you, you know, you're not the first person in front of that judge. You know, judges, they are pretty discerning and they're pretty smart. So long story short, you know, you don't want to be that person that, you know, maxes out everything and just thinks they're going to BK everything, because the judges can hit that gavel and say, okay, they're going to BK or discharge the old debts, but the new debts that they know you incurred because you knew you were going to run a court and file, they'll force you to pay those. You know, I'll tell you a story. It's a little different. It's not a bankruptcy story, but it's a story, you know, back in the late 80s, you know, when I entered adulthood and me and my friends used to go out and, you know, we were in the credit card world. You know, we were getting our first credit cards, our, you know, department store cards, and they would give them to you. You know, they would give them to you. You know, you didn't have a credit history. And I will never forget, I had one friend, we graduated high school together, and she had a bad habit of buying something if we were all going to go to a concert, if we were all going to go to an event. A lot of us went to concerts before we turned 21 because that was really the only thing we could do. You know, we couldn't get in clubs or anything like that. And the house party thing really wasn't our thing. So that's the background of this. But one of my girlfriends had a really bad habit of buying something knowing that she was going to return it. I mean, we nicknamed it the B&R, you know, buy and return. And she got away with that for a long time. She would buy something because we're going to the concert, we're going to see this act, this group. And then, you know, she would wear it, you know, looking, you know, her best, and then take it right back. She had a strategic way of keeping the tag on it and everything. But one time, she bought this jean dress, and it was super tight, really cute. And she she split that dress. She split the dress. You know how a form-fitting dress is, and it has a little split up the back? Well, guess what? She split that dress. And she learned her lesson about buying things with the intent of returning them. That's when all that stopped. As unprofessional as this is, I'm laughing, but you know, that's been like, gosh, that's been, my goodness, that has been almost 40 years ago. But I still remember it like yesterday. So that's another small example of, you know, when people do things, they know they're going to buy this or that, and they have no intention on paying for it. So it's the same thing, you guys. Listen, go for the business credit. Again, I am not against anyone with less than perfect credit trying to attain business credit, but go into it with a renewed mind. If you know that your bad habits led you to having poor personal credit, then you need to renew your mind. You need to study, get some counseling, coaching, and teaching on money. You know, a lot of it is right there on YouTube, or pay for a coach. But at the end of the day, when you get that business credit, yes, it's no personal guarantee, but you don't want to go in like that, because you can wreck your business if you go in with the wrong mindset. So everyone, I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.